hate to be corny, but there's a stat that absolutely terrifies me. It says that something close to 90% of us give up on our New Year's resolutions by Feb. We pour everything into who we're going to be in Jan, like it's the only line that we're allowed to start from. But the truth is that it's now July. Half the year is now gone, and if I'm honest, I've spent half of it waiting. Waiting for Monday, waiting for the beginning of the month, waiting for a clean line where the real version of me finally decides to start. Starting to think that line never comes. Here's the first thing you should know about this video. My first official video. I've been waiting to make it since Jan. I've had the camera, I've had the ideas, yet every week, every time I tried to film, I'd find a reason it wasn't ready. A reason to keep pushing it back. A video about not waiting that I kept waiting to make. One about just getting started that I never started. Trust me, I know it looks bad. But it wasn't just this video either. Once I saw it, I started seeing the same pattern, same story, everywhere. Academically, every year started the same. Color-coded notes, a filing system that actually worked, and a new study method that I'd found online. This is the year that I finally decide to stay on top of it, I tell myself. For the first couple of months, I do. But then it starts to trickle, and by April, I'm scrambling to do my reading the day it's due, if I even decide to do it at all. Start to justify not going to lectures, reasons to stay in bed just a little bit longer than I should, and putting off studying until I can't bear the anxiety anymore. Same story. See, those first two I could always explain away. This one I couldn't. This year I came in having decided that I was done playing basketball. 2 years ago I tore my ACL playing against UCT. It was painful. It felt like everything that made me me had been stripped away. By the time I'd recovered, I'd lost my love for the game. I was slower, less athletic, and everything that I thought made me helpful to the team was starting to fail me. So when I got back to Stellenbosch this year, that was my choice. And for the first couple of weeks, this situation was headed the same way, just quieter and easier for me to justify. And then somewhere in the middle of it all, something shifted. The afternoon the trials came around, I decided I would go. To be honest, I don't even know why I went. I might have had some unfinished business with the sport. Maybe I just wanted to see my teammates that I'd played with for years. But whatever the reason, the thing that I'd lost showed up again. The joy. Not because I'd figured something out, I didn't, and if I'm being honest, I still haven't, but because I'd shown up. I realized that I had been treating this year as if it was already written, as if the starting line that I'd missed was the only one that I would get. But you don't get a clean reset. Nobody hands you one. You take one, right in the middle of the mess. You decide that if it's worth anything, it's worth starting now. So I picked it back up. The game, the work, this video. Not because this year turned out perfectly, didn't, and it still hasn't, but because this stopped being the year that I gave up on by accident. And this video, I stopped waiting for it to be ready. You're watching the reset. See, we don't need January. We don't need Monday. We don't even necessarily need a plan. We just need now. Because the version of us that we keep waiting for, they start the moment we decide to. I still haven't got it all figured out, but maybe that's the point. And we find it in the doing rather than the waiting. And for me, that's the reset. It's not a date. It's a decision. So what are you waiting for?